All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Sarabjit Kaur. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate 3,024 newly constructed flats for economically weaker sections in New Delhi today. Prime Minister to also address inaugural function of Global Investors Meet Invest Karnataka 2022 this morning. President Draupadi Murmu to embark on a 4-day visit to Nagaland, Mizoram and Sikkim beginning today. 4 terrorists killed in 2 separate encounters with security forces in Jammu and Kashmir. Former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu poised to return to power following yesterday's parliamentary polls. And in cricket, India to take on Bangladesh in T20 World Cup at Adelaide Oval this afternoon. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate 3,024 newly constructed EWS flats at Kalkaji in Delhi under In Situ Slum Rehabilitation Project today. He will also hand over keys to eligible beneficiaries at Bhumihin Camp at Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi. In line with the vision of the Prime Minister to provide housing for all, in situ slum rehabilitation in 376 Jhuggi-Jhopdi clusters is being undertaken by Delhi Development Authority. More details from our correspondent.
The objective of rehabilitation project is to provide better and healthy living environment to the residents of Jhuggi-Jhopdi clusters with proper amenities and facilities. DDA has undertaken 3 such projects at Kalkaji Extension, Jilorwala Bagh and Katputli Colony. Under the Kalkaji Extension project, slum rehabilitation of 3 slum clusters, Bhumihin Camp, Navjeevan Camp and Jawahar Camp located at Kalkaji, are being undertaken in a phased manner. Under phase 1st, 3,024 EWS flats at the nearby vacant commercial center sites have been constructed. The Jhuggi-Jhopdi sites at Bhumihin Camp will be vacated by rehabilitating eligible households of Bhumihin Camp to the newly constructed EWS flats. Post-vacation of Bhumihin Camp sites in phase 2nd, these vacant sites will be utilized for rehabilitation of Navjeevan Camp and Jawahar Camp. Phase 1st of project has been completed and 3,024 flats are ready to move in. Sanjeev Jasotia for AIR News, Delhi.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the inaugural function of Invest Karnataka 2022, the Global Investors Meet of the state, via video conferencing today. The meet is aimed at attracting prospective investors and setting up development agenda for the next decade. The 3-day program being held from 2nd to 4th November in Bengaluru would witness more than 80 speaker sessions. The speakers include some of the top industry leaders including Kumaramangalam Birla, Sajjan Jindal, Vikram Kirloskar among others. A number of business exhibitions with more than 300 exhibitors and country sessions will run parallelly. In Gujarat, mourning is being observed today to pay respects to the deceased of the Morbi Bridge collapse incident. Prayers are being organized by all the local self-government bodies in the state to pay homage to the victims of the tragedy. Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the Morbi Bridge collapse site yesterday and took stock of the ongoing search and rescue operations. The PM also met the injured victims at the Morbi Civil Hospital and the bereaved families in Morbi. President Draupadi Murmu will embark on a 4-day visit to Nagaland, Mizoram and Sikkim beginning today. Our correspondent reports that the President will attend the civic reception to be hosted in her honour by the Nagaland government in Kohima today. More details from our correspondent.
The civic reception will begin at 3 this afternoon at Capital Cultural Hall, Kohima. On her arrival, the President will be received by Assam and Nagaland Governor Professor Jagdish Mukhi, Chief Minister Nupirio, Deputy Chief Minister Y. Patton and Chief Secretary J. Alam. A host of state cabinet ministers, MLAs, officials from the central and state government and members from the tribal hohos will attend the civic reception. On the occasion, President Murmu will also virtually inaugurate and lay foundation stones of several projects of Nagaland, which include newly constructed government schools, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana roads and others. The President is also scheduled to meet state ministers at the Raj Bhavan, which will be followed by a state banquet at the Chief Minister's residential complex this evening. For AIR News, this is Asanyo from Kohima.
In Jammu and Kashmir, 4 terrorists were killed in 2 separate encounters with security forces yesterday evening. Additional Director General of Police, Kashmir, Vijay Kumar said, Lashkar-e-Taiba commander Mukhtar Ahmed is among 3 terrorists killed in the encounter at Khandipora village in Avantipora area of Pulwama district. 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 AK-56 rifle and 1 pistol were recovered from the encounter site. In another encounter at Semthan village in Bijbihara area of Anantnag district, 1 terrorist was neutralized by security forces. 3 hybrid terrorists were also arrested by Srinagar police and 10 kgs of bucket IED and 2 hand grenades were recovered. Conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar, who is currently lodged in Tihar jail, accused Aam Aadmi Party Minister Satendra Jain of extorting protection money from him. In a letter to Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena, Sukesh claimed that he had paid 10 crore rupees to Satendra Jain as the protection money in the jail. The conman, who has been in Tihar jail since 2017 for duping several people, wrote that he had known Satendra Jain since 2015. He said that a total amount of 50 crore rupees was paid to the AAP as he was promised an important party position in South India. Sukesh also alleged that after his arrest in 2017, he was lodged in Tihar jail and was visited multiple times by Satendra Jain, who held the portfolio of jail minister. He added that he was asked to pay 2 crore rupees every month as protection money and to get basic facilities inside the jail. BJP has launched a scathing attack against the AAP and alleged that Delhi Minister Satendra Jain is a good friend of conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Addressing a press conference in New Delhi, BJP spokesperson Sambit Patra said Sukesh Chandrasekhar is a conman and running a crime syndicate.
और आपको जान के आश्चर्य होगा, ऐसे महान सुकेश चंद्रशेखर के मित्र आम आदमी पार्टी के मंत्री जो वर्तमान में जेल के 4 दीवारी में बंद हैं, वैसे सत्येंद्र जैन स्वयं थे। तो ये सुकेश चंद्रशेखर और सत्येंद्र जैन दोनों बड़े अच्छे मित्र हैं। सुकेश चंद्रशेखर कहते हैं कि मैं 2015 से आम आदमी पार्टी से टच में हूं और तब से सत्येंद्र जैन मेरे घनिष्ठ मित्र हैं। एक बहुत बड़े नेता के रूप में स्थापित करेंगे, प्रतिस्थापित करेंगे और उनकी उन्नति होगी साउथ में। और इस कारण से मुझसे 50 करोड़ रुपए उगाही किए गए। जस्ट इमेजिन।
The Hyderabad-based Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostics, CDFD, has initiated an interdisciplinary approach to decode the genetic mutations that cause pediatric rare genetic disorders. This mission is a pan-India initiative funded by the Department of Biotechnology, DBT. Speaking after launching the programs, Secretary DBT Rajesh Kokley said, the rare genetic diseases are a global public health concern with 350 million people affected worldwide and about 70 million Indians. He further said, the Human Genetics and Genomics Task Force at DBT extensively supports genomics-based strategies for prediction, diagnosis, treatment and prevention of diseases.
This is a program of Department of Biotechnology where we are trying to identify mutations that cause rare diseases in young children after they are born, such that we can advocate parents to have how to be able to have futuristic perspective. Also, there is an opportunity to find different kind of mechanisms by which you can reduce mortality, because it's important when you have these children, they are healthy, they are prosperous and they are important for the country's perspective. So at this stage, it's a small activity. But there are several such programs going on across the country which will consolidate and build together a portfolio that will be able to identify the rare diseases across all the spectrum of diseases that we are looking at.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
दिल्ली में AIR FM गोल्ड आ रहा है नए सुर, ताल और लय के साथ। हर घंटे समाचार, नए रोचक कार्यक्रम और समसामयिक विषयों पर चर्चा। 1 नवंबर से एक बार फिर आप, हम और 100.1 मेगाहर्ट्ज पर वही आपका मनपसंद रेडियो चैनल AIR FM गोल्ड खरा सोना।
Welcome back to the morning news. Former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appeared well placed to return to power after exit polls showed his right-wing bloc heading for a narrow majority in parliamentary polls held yesterday. Israel's longest-serving premier is poised to take 61 to 62 seats in the 120-member Knesset, according to Israeli television exit polls. The early exit polls may differ from the final result of the election, which is not expected until later in the week, but the results point to a stronger than expected showing by the right. This was Israel's fifth general election in less than 4 years. Government of India's premier publishing house, Publications Division, to showcase its publications at 12-day International Book Fair being held at Expo Centre, Sharjah, UAE, beginning today. The International Book Fair, organized by the Sharjah Book Authority, will host a stellar group of award-winning authors, intellectuals and other literary luminaries from around the world. The theme of the year is Spread the Word. Continuing the celebrations of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, Publications Division will be offering the book lovers a wide variety of books on history of Indian freedom struggle and freedom fighters. More than 100 books and magazines in different Indian languages on various themes will be available for exploration. Delhi air quality continued to remain in very poor category as the overall air quality index AQI of the city stood at 387 mark at 7 a.m. today. According to the IMD, the air quality is likely to remain in severe category today with the surface wind speed of 4 to 8 kilometers per hour. In boxing, Indian boxers Sparsh Kumar and Lakshay Chahar kick-started India's campaign at the Asian Boxing Championships 2022 in Amman, Jordan by winning their respective bouts by identical 5-0 scorelines yesterday. Sparsh Kumar, 51 kg, defeated Kyrgyzstan's Deushebev Nurzigit in the round of 32 match. Lakshay Chahar, 80 kg, also defeated Shabos Negmet of Tajikistan 5-0 in his round of 16 bout and advanced to the quarter-finals. Sparsh Kumar will face Kazakhstan's Saken Bibosnov in the pre-quarter-finals today. Commonwealth Games 2022 bronze medalist Mohammad Husamuddin, 57 kg, will also be in action today in the pre-quarter-final bouts. India will take on Bangladesh in the T20 World Cup cricket at the Adelaide Oval today. The match will start at 1:30 p.m. Indian time. This match is important for both sides. So far, India have played 3 matches, winning 2 and losing 1. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Vaibhav Jyotsna Srivastav.
Thank you, Sarabjit. Morbi Bridge fall needs thorough probe. Modi is the top headline in the Pioneer. PM in Morbi detailed inquiry need of the hour. Implement key learnings soonest is the Indian Express lead. October's GST revenue crosses rupees 1.51 lakh crore, writes The Hindu. Under the caption, Form Reform, CBDT proposes one common IT return as against 7, writes the Indian Express. FM lists climate finance crypto regulation as key G20 agenda, reports the Business Standard, with AQI jumping to the severe zone, fires, dust, weather plunge capital into air emergency, headlines, the Hindustan Times. And finally, for the first time, Punjab and Haryana High Court all set to have record 13 women judges, informs the Tribune.
Thank you, Vaibhav. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate 3,024 newly constructed flats for economically weaker sections in New Delhi today. Prime Minister to also address inaugural function of Global Investors Meet Invest Karnataka 2022 this morning. President Draupadi Murmu to embark on a 4-day visit to Nagaland, Mizoram and Sikkim beginning today. 4 terrorists killed in 2 separate encounters with security forces in Jammu and Kashmir. Former Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu poised to return to power following yesterday's parliamentary polls. And in cricket, India to take on Bangladesh in T20 World Cup at Adelaide Oval this afternoon. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.